Hi class, for today's video we are going to discuss graphing transformations of exponential functions. So at the end of the video, the learner is able to represent a transformation of exponential function through its table of values, graph an equation, and graph the transformation of an exponential function. But before that, let's first recall some of the lessons from our previous video regarding the properties of f of x is equal to b raised to x, where your b is greater than 0 and b is not equal to 1. So we observed now that the domain for this exponential function is the set of real numbers, and for the range, we have the set of 0 to positive infinity. Of course, our exponential function is also a one-to-one function kasi it satisfies our horizontal line test. And when we graph last time, we have seen that there is no x-intercept, so therefore there is no 0, and your graph intersects your y-axis at point 0, 1, or your y-intercept is 1. And for the asymptote, we have only one asymptote, which is the horizontal asymptote. And for this situation, in the basic form of our exponential function b raised to x, the horizontal asymptote is y equal to 0, or the x-axis. Aside from that, we have also seen how the graph of f of x is equal to b raised to x looks like when our base is greater than 1 and when our base is between 0 and 1. To start, let's have our example number 1. Let's sketch the graph of y is equal to negative 2 raised to x and y is equal to 2 raised to negative x. So, kung i-compare natin to sa ating previous discussion or previous video regarding the graph of exponential function, we tried to graph na last time yung exponential function y is equal to 2 raised to x. Now, this time, paano naman po kung merong negative sa ating base at may negative sa ating exponent? So, what happened to the sketch or to the graph of y is equal to 2 raised to x? So, what are the changes or what are the possible transformation that could happen to the graph or even in the values of our y's? So, first po, let's complete the table of values that we have here. So, we have y equal to 2 raised to x. Given na siya. Now, let's proceed na lang po sa ating y is equal to negative 2 raised to x. Now, you might wonder, ma'am, di ba po isa sa mga ruling ng ating exponential function is that your base should not be negative. So, b should be greater than 0 and not equal to 1. So, for this case, wala naman pong na-violate tayo sa definition ng exponential expression or exponential function. Wala naman. Kasi po, for this equation, for this function, yung ating pong x, yung exponent natin, is raised to the base positive 2. Kasi this equation could be written or could be expanded into negative 1 times 2 raised to x. Now, let's proceed with evaluating our function y is equal to negative 2 raised to x by substituting the values of our x in our function. So, we have first, y is equal to x is equal to negative 3. So, that would be negative 2 raised to negative 3. And negative 2 raised to negative 3 again, yung negative 3 dito ay naka-raise ng sa ating positive 2. So, you will have 1. Then, get the reciprocal of 2 raised to 3. That is, 2 raised to 3 is 8. So, you will have 1 over 8 or negative 1 over 8, or in decimal point, that is negative 0.125. Next, we have negative 2 raised to negative 2. So, get the reciprocal of 2 raised to negative 2. You will have 1 over 2 raised to 2, which is equal to 4. So, you will have negative 1/4, or in decimal point, that is negative 0.25. 5. Next, we have y is equal to negative 2 raised to negative 1. So, you will have negative, get the reciprocal of positive 2 raised to negative 1. So, that is 1 half. So, therefore, we have y is equal to negative 1 half or negative 0.5. Next, we have negative 2 raised to 0. And any number raised to 0 is equal to 1. So, you will have negative 10 times 1, which is equal to y is equal to negative 1. Next tayo, we have negative 2 raised by positive 1. So, that is negative 2. Next, we have y is equal to negative 2 raised by positive 2. So, negative 2 raised by positive 2 raised by 2. So, you will have negative 4. Positive 4. Negative 4. Next, y is equal to negative 2 raised by positive 3. So, you will have negative 2 raised to 3. That is positive 8. So, you will have negative 8. Now, if we are going to observe the values in our table of values, you can say that the y coordinates of each points on the graph of y is equal to negative 2 raised to x is the negative of the corresponding y coordinates of the graph y is equal to 2 raised to x. So, before we plot these points in our Cartesian plane, let's first complete the table by finding the y coordinates of our function y is equal to 2 raised to negative x. So, simple lang po ito. Tulad lang din ng pag-evaluate natin ng ating function. We just substitute or replace the values of our x with the given that is provided in our table. So, we will start with our negative 3. So, if we have y is equal to 2 raised to negative times negative 3, so you will have 2 raised to positive 3, which is equal to positive 8. Next, let's have y is equal to 2 raised to negative times negative 2. So, you will have 2 raised to positive 2, which is equal to positive 4. Or 4. Y is equal to, next tayo, y is equal to 2 raised to negative times negative 1. So, you will have 2 raised to negative times negative, positive. So, you will have 2 raised to 1 or simply just 2. Next, y is equal to 2 raised to negative 0. So, negative 0 is still 2 raised to 0. So, that is equal to 1. Next, we have y is equal to 2 raised to negative 1. Get the reciprocal. So, you will have 1 over 2. Next, let's solve for y is equal to 2 raised to negative 2. So, we will have 1 over, get the reciprocal, you will have 2 raised to 2 or 1 over 4. Last, we have y is equal to 2 raised to negative 3. So, get the reciprocal. So, you will have 2 raised to 3, 1 over 2 raised to 3, which is equal to 1 over 8. Or itong ating 1 half can be to 0.5. And itong ating 1/4 is equal to 0.25. And ang ating 1/8 is equal to 0.125. So, para makita natin yung similarities niya at madalis natin siyang maiko-compare with our y is equal to 2 raised to x. So, obviously, upon looking or comparing the y coordinates of our first and third function, we can say that the values of y equal to 2 raised to negative x at x is the same as the values of y is equal to 2 raised to x at negative x. Diba? Parehas lang sila. Nagkapalit lang po sila ng positions. Now, let's see what will be the sketch or the graph of these particular functions when we plot these points. So, I have here already the sketch or the graph for y is equal to 2 raised to x, y is equal to negative 2 raised to x, and y is equal to 2 raised to negative x. So, dito po muna tayo sa ating first figure. With respect or with our reference graph, y is equal to 2 raised to x, as you can observe, nagkaroon po ng reflection yung ating graph of y is equal to 2 raised to x about the x-axis. Ayan. So, about the x-axis, nagkaroon siya ng reflection, which is in the form of the function y is equal to 2 negative 2 raised to x. Kaya po, mapapansin mo yung mga y coordinates niya, from positive, nagkaroon siya ng negative values. Then, in our next figure, you can observe that the graph of y is equal to 2 raised to negative x is the reflection of the graph y is equal to 2 raised to x about the y-axis. Kaya po, kung i-check natin yung ating table, the values of our y is equal to negative 2 raised to x, at x is the same as the value of our y is equal to 2 raised to x at x. So, as you can observe from our graph, that the graphs are reflecting dust. Our first transformation is what you call reflection. So, we have the graph of y is equal to negative f of x is the reflection about the x-axis of the graph of y is equal to f of x. So, itong graph daw po natin ng y is equal to negative f of x is the reflection at our x-axis ng graph na y is equal to f of x. Next, the graph of y is equal to f of negative x is the reflection about the y-axis of the graph y is equal to f of x. So, for this, you have your graph of y is equal to 2 raised to negative x, reflection about the y-axis of the graph y is equal to f of x. That's it po for our first video regarding the graph transformation of exponential functions.